Happy Thanksgiving. I am so excited to share my turkey tacos. They are not mine, they are my mom's. But every time I have made them, people always say, "How did you make these? These are so good." And they are the easiest and the very best Thanksgiving leftovers. I know everyone likes the turkey sandwiches. I don't. I mean, they're okay, but it's definitely not something I think about. But I'll eat them sometimes. Rarely, actually. But for me, it's turkey tacos. I mean, turkey tacos are the best thing ever. And you might say, whoa, that sounds way weird. I promise you, this is the best leftover Thanksgiving ever. What I do is actually at Thanksgiving, I I cut up some of my leftover turkey and I freeze it in bags, and then I use those bags for turkey tacos throughout the year. Not the year, just throughout the next few months. And then in the late winter, early spring, probably springtime, I'm out of turkey. So then I will make a turkey dinner and do the same thing again. And I will cut up all the turkey, bag it, and freeze it for turkey tacos. They are so amazing and totally worth the little bit of extra effort. And actually, they're not too hard. It depends on how you cook them. I just deep fry them on my stove. I don't have a deep fryer, and I haven't tried any other way yet. We do eat them with flour sometimes, but the very first time we have turkey tacos, it's gotta be a fried corn tortilla. That's just how I am. Love it. Best thing ever. So I put together a little video to share that. I also have a blog post if you are the type that wants to just read it. But here we go. I would love to hear if you love these turkey tacos, but hopefully you do. Okay, have a great day.
First thing you're going to want to do is take your turkey leftovers and break them into smaller chunks. I don't like to use a knife on this part. I just use my hand. I can get it done a lot faster than with a knife. Plus, I tend to cut my fingers if I use a knife. So I break it into smaller chunks. I do this with the turkey breast as well as the dark meat. I mix them in. I don't normally like dark meat, but you can't tell a difference when you're eating it in a turkey taco. So break all your turkey bits into pieces, then use a knife to cut it into smaller pieces. The reason why I cut these into smaller pieces is so that way when it comes to the day I need to make turkey tacos, I'm not spending time waiting for it to defrost and then cutting it. It's already cut up. I don't even need to wait for it to defrost. I just toss it in to my pan. So once it's all cut, I use my paper bag holder and I just prop up my labeled bag. I label it turkey, otherwise I'll get confused if it's turkey or chicken. So then I just fill up my bags with how much I think I can do, and then I'll add more in as needed depending on how many bags I think I can get out of this. All right, and once I fill up my bags, I let out the air of my bags so that way it's not filled with air when I'm having it frozen. Then I just even out the turkey so it lays flat in my freezer for just easier organization. Then I can fit more bags of turkey in this way. So here we go. I got a couple bags with this turkey breast that I did. And now time to cook. Put it in a pan. This may sound silly. You just put in picante sauce. It is amazing. I use about half of a jar, but depending on how much turkey and the amount of people I'm feeding, you might need a full amount. When I'm cooking it, I can tell that I need some more when there's still some white turkey. I don't like any white turkey, so I go ahead and add in more picante sauce, and then I just let it simmer. While this is simmering, I start my rice as well as get my tortillas ready. I also heat up the oil for my pan. I put my tortillas in a tortilla warmer, heat them up for about 30-ish seconds, depending again on how many I'm going to be making. Then it's time to fill them. Be cautious, the tortillas are very hot and will burn you. So next, fill them with 2-ish spoonfuls of turkey meat. There are two ways of getting them ready. You can do all of them at once, laying them out and ready, and then you can get the pan out of the way or reuse it once it's clean. Or you can do a couple. This is how I do it. I get a couple ready and then I lay them out and finish making them as I go. My mom raised me where she always put these in. I don't always love them because they don't always work. They kind of break through sometimes. And I haven't figured out why it always worked for my mom and not for me, but this is an example of how you can do it. She always put 2 on the sides. I usually just do the 1, or I typically don't even put them in. I use canola oil, but you can also use vegetable oil. And I heat it up about a 4 because I don't like it too hot and I don't want it too soft. So you just kind of play with what temperature works best for you. Then I just monitor and cook each and every taco individually. So I lay them in, I'll start with 1 and then add another. If I feel confident in what I'm doing, then I'll do 3. And then this is actually how I keep mine down. Like I said, they don't always work for me, so this is the easiest way to do it, is I just hold them down and I cook them 1 at a time. So some stay in a little bit longer than others, and I just monitor them until they're fully cooked. When they have a goldish brown, that's when I like to consider them done. I pour out the grease, not healthy, totally love them still. And then I put them on a paper towel to dry and kind of clean off some of that grease. Leftover tortillas get ripped up and made into chips because they are so yummy, and some of my kids were not eating tacos at the time, but they'll eat the chips. I also add cheese to my canned refried beans to make some extra yummy beans without all the extra work. Now to make your taco, I like to put sour cream on the inside. I just wipe it right in so it gets all over that delicious taco. Yummy. Then I put in just my normal ingredients. So lettuce, cheese, tomatoes, and sometimes I'll do avocado, depending on if I have some or not. These look amazing and they taste amazing. So yummy. I hope your family enjoys them as much as I do.